from here, we go to our second speaker today. This is Abhay Wadhwa, and he is the founder and design principal of AWA Lighting Designers. He's an architect and specialized in lighting, and he has completed more than 900 projects in 23 countries over the past 18 years. And he's been focusing in questioning the lighting of our zeitgeist. Simultaneously, Abhay is also the founder of SOUL Studio, and he founded this project because he wanted to create a scientific ecosystem for mind-body harmony, where thought leaders from many healing modalities could work together to create solutions in service of humanity. Abhay, thank you so much for being here. Abhay will be talking about this incredible judgment-free community for mental wellness. So I will say no more. I leave it to you to explain to everyone what we're talking about.
Sure. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Rick, for organizing our Zestival. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah to everyone around the world. I am indeed extremely fortunate to have great team members who are working with us in our mission to help people with mental wellness. I want to thank my two dear friends who have both consented in this holiday season to be with us, Dr. Daniel Aziz and Dr. Pascal Vidal. People who have inspired me because they have dedicated their life to helping with modalities that are not mainstream, right? That doesn't mean it's not scientific. It's just that they will show you the scientific proof and be able to help people so that you're questioning the zeitgeist. That's what attracted me to them when I first met them, besides being incredible people and great fun to hang out with. What really got to me was that they were finding ways and means of constantly helping people, whether it was with trauma, whether it was with PTSD, whether it was with therapies that were as simple as I remember that we were in Croatia, Daniel, Pascal, and I, and Daniel spoke about there are expensive ways of dealing with trauma. And he says, listen, if you have a yellow pen, put it on the points on your ear, and that will work almost as well as spending $600 for that light. So what was clear to me is that it wasn't that he was there to further anyone's products. He was like, listen, this is what you can do to help yourself, right? And with the work that Pascal's been doing too, which is quite incredible. So while in these interactions with such great people, the thought that came to me was that, listen, this is pre-COVID, right? This is pre the pandemic. Is that what if we had an opportunity to provide a platform whereby we are able to treat it like a community hall, right? A community hall, I'll give you the analog description to it, which is that it would be like you came to a building, there was a big lobby, and you saw all these rooms, right? And it's open 24 hours. You come in and you're like, wait, that's for PTSD, that's for smoking. And you go in, you may or may not have a live speaker, right? But you will have people interacting, And we said, listen, mental wellness is for everyone. How do we make it inclusive, worldwide, multiple languages, so that everybody can be helped? So we came up with this idea of setting up an online community called SOULsara. SOULsara essentially was an amalgamation of, and I'll show you some slides to describe that further, an amalgamation of SOUL Studio with the Sanskrit word samsara. Samsara is basically the world that we live in, which is constant stimulus connected to our karmic journey, etc. And the idea would be that we would have fantastic peoples like Daniel and Pascal working with us in a community hall kind of a space where they will be able to discuss, not in, like Daniel said, not substituting one-on-one therapy, but any person who wants to do self-help, they will have a forum where they can come and talk about their ideas and thoughts. Now, the other reason that we started this was that about 6 or 7 years ago, I had a gallery for socially relevant art in Brooklyn, which is where our studio was in New York City. And I would give the gallery to healers and therapists for free over the weekends for them to have people come in for free workshops, or they could charge, that's okay, but we didn't charge them. And and I would see that people who had similar mental wellness concerns would be attracted to each other, right? They would just be, they would go and start talking to each other. They'll pick each other out from a group of like 100 people in one room. And that really attracted me to this concept of how our energies lead us to people who become your support structure, right? And so, that thought, and then knowing these wonderful people also helped me kind of put this thing together with all of you. And I want to just share a few slides. So Soulsara, as explained the meaning of the word, it's a judgment-free community for mental wellness, right? And what is our mission? Is to deliver a judgment-free community for mental wellness, which is non-denominational and inclusive, meaning that it's not about any kind of religion or spiritual school, or only for so and so's and etc. No, it's for everyone, and is to use the modalities of light, color, sound, vibrations, things that Daniel just spoke about, and digital art in the service of humanity, right? So that we want to help with mental wellness, but we want to use these modalities. So there are many modalities available, but these are the ones that we are focusing on, because that's where our core strengths are for a lot of us. So the themes that we are working on are not simple themes like, would you like to relax, or would you like to be energized, or would you like to be more intimate in bed? No, it's actually a lot deeper than that, right? That we are working with, we don't call it what ailment, but it's for you to make that connect, right? For example, You Are the Miracle is about PTSD and depression, right? PTSD related depression. You Are Powerful is connected with uh, domestic violence or sexual abuse, right? In the same way, we don't tell you that this is for you. What we say is, what do you identify with the most, right? And then you're able to choose the room that you wish to go into. And it's not like once you subscribe to one room, you can't come back out and be in the community hall. No, it's actually it's a two-way traffic. You can go into any of the rooms and talk about it, put your concerns up, and we will have our experts, our board of advisors, and our collaborators frequently responding. Yeah, but it's not a clinic. It's a community hall where we can all connect, right? And as I was saying, that how did we get Soulsara? It's a combination of the words from Soul Studio and Samsara. And it's a judgment-free community. We are not here to pass judgments on you. And I spoke about diverse and inclusive and non-denominational, right? How does it work? There's a community hall, right? But we also have podcasts. We have blogs, we have interactions, and we have this scheme of soul points. That is that the more you interact and the more you help others, you get soul points, which is our play on the whole concept of karmic points, right? That when you're helping others, when you're doing good for others, it's in Sanskrit, it's called Kriyaman Karam, like karma, which is one particular part of karma, which is called Kriyaman. And you're helping people, right? But we also have events that we post about in our zeitgeist, our podcasts, and then interactions. And through the soul points, you can also kind of become collaborators, contributors, and then end up being ambassadors, right? As you grow with our community, our tribe, our family, right? And this is the overall lay of the land, if you will. This is what we are planning. That we have Soulsara, which is your community, which will be in 4 languages currently in phase 1. English, obviously, and then there's Hindi, Spanish, and Portuguese. And we are essentially focusing on all of the Americas. And Daniel spoke about PQ Wellness, which is your personal problem processor. It's a super app, and he and Damien Fleur, his partner, have given us such wonderful wisdom that we have been able to take into a digital format, right? Which will be available for you on your web interface, meaning you can see it on your laptop as also onto your phones, right? And then we have other apps in the pipeline which are all about mental health, you know, for mind-body harmony. And we can, if you go to our website, you can read up about the other apps as well. And but how we doing this? Because an analog version of a game or of a system or of a methodology, translating that into a usable pattern for the visitors, for the members coming there, is always a tricky point. So, but we are developing a lot of patentable processes. We are utilizing artificial intelligence, emotional intelligence, and of course, developing our community so that we are there for them, right? We also have plans for plenty of things down the way. But right now, our focus essentially is on helping people, like Soul Studio's byline is service to humanity, helping people in creating an ecosystem where you can feel safe, you can feel unjudged, you can come and talk about your problems. We will, and you can stay anonymous. You don't have to tell us anything more than just your username, which could be anything. And you can pose your questions, and you could, we will have collaborators and contributors and our board of advisors who have consented to spend some amount of time every week to just see what's going on and see who they can help, etc. Right. So I will stop here, but we would love to for you to join our community. The URL is listed there, soulsara.soulstudio.world. And if you have any feedback or comments on how do we make it better, how do we help more people, please do share it with us. We are very happy to embrace that. Thank you so much. Thank you, Maria, for the introduction as well.
Thank you so much, Abhay. I know that I'm very, very proud of being a part of this project, and being able to be a part of this is an experience that is beyond what I had imagined before when we started working together. So it's incredible to see now this here and to be able to show and tell people that this is happening and it's here and they can join us. So it's beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you for hosting it, and thank you for organizing this. I think we're already getting great feedback. We've just started, right? It took some time to get everything together because we do want it to be an intelligent platform. This is not Facebook. This is not Facebook for mental wellness. This is an intelligent platform where we are able to help you find solutions. The question that comes up is, well, how's that different from a Quora forum or a Reddit forum? Well, come to our website, take a look. You'll see what we're trying to do, and help us, help others. This is not about me or Maria or any of us, Rick or Anup or Alex. It's not about any of us. It's really about you all, and our desire, a sincere desire to help, right? We have skill sets that have been given to us in terms of our combined group that's beautifully coming together, right? Whether it is our UX, UI people, our coding software people, our board of advisors, and of course, the outreach team, which is currently translating real time in Portuguese and in Spanish, and in Hindi. So we're talking about helping about 450 million people in India who are Hindi speakers. We're talking about all of North, Central, and South America, right? And other English-speaking parts of the world, and then of course, Spain and Portugal and parts of Africa in our phase one. So this is not a small little, let's make an app and, maybe 10 people will use it. No, it's really a movement. Yeah, it's really a movement where we're saying, listen, all of us in some form or shape have some mental wellness concerns. I'm not going to call it issues. I'm just going to say mental wellness concerns, right? Nothing wrong with it. and we are all here to help with whatever little we know in a non-judgmental way. The good news is that there's some incredible people who are part of our team. You know, the 10 people on a board of advisors, the 8 collaborators that we have, the NGOs that we are working with. You know, it's just we don't even have to say much. Once we tell them this is what we're doing, it's just so beautiful how they just are like, yep, we get it, and we are here with you. Well, how the big question that comes up, and I'll stop after that, is how is this different from Facebook? You'll see, that this is not Facebook for mental wellness, right? This is a community of people who are actually connected to topics, scientific research, scientific ecosystem for mind body harmony, you know. So it's technical papers, it's technical expertise, it's a scientific analysis. It's not hocus pocus. Let's sit in the corner and meditate and you'll find your answer because everything is within you. Yes, we get that. But sometimes people need more than that, right? Because there's there are levels of consciousness which we can get into another talk another time. But I'm really looking forward to hearing our next speaker. So I'll stop here. Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. It's a community that needs to be experienced so people really understand what it is about. Absolutely.